Welcome to another episode. Today the question is, why is humility more important than intelligence? Why is humility more important than intelligence? So what is the dictionary meaning of humility? Humility means the quality of having a modest or low view of one's importance. The quality of having a modest or low view of one's importance. Intelligence is good when you have clarity that brings with it a right action. So if you have clarity, you have right action. But intelligence without humility brings arrogance. If you have intelligence and if you don't have humility, ego builds up and it translates into arrogance. So what is humility? We saw the dictionary meaning, but is it actually the explanation or the meaning? Let us see. Is it a sense of cultivated modesty as the dictionary meaning means? No. It is the understanding that you don't know. Humility is the understanding that you don't know. You respond from the position of not knowing. That is humility. Not knowing is not ignorance. Here we don't refer as ignorance, not acting from ignorance. So sense of not knowing is a sense of ready to learn new things. That is humility. And treat others the way you expect others to treat you. That is important. You treat others the way you expect others to treat you. So let us see from J. Krishnamurti's talks in Zanan in 1967 and on education. Is humility to be cultivated? Humility is freedom, and it is only freedom you can learn. Not with only freedom you can learn, not with an accumulation of memories. Can humility be a matter of cultivation and therefore of time? Can humility be acquired gradually? Please see what is implied in it, for it is a matter of time in which to accumulate humility. Then humility is cultivated. So over a period of time, if you bring in time, then accumulate it, then it is a cultivated humility, which is of no use. The moment you have cultivated or gathered humility, it ceases to be humility. It's merely show off. Obviously, a man who says I am humble is most vain man. The man who says I am humble is a most vain man. Humility is not of time, therefore it is not a matter of cultivation. It is a matter of instant perception, and that immediate perception is denied when you make humility an idea. To learn about oneself requires considerable humility, never assuming that you know anything. That is learning about oneself from the beginning and never accumulating. The moment you accumulate knowledge about yourself through your own discovery, that becomes the platform from which you begin to examine, learn, and therefore what you learn is merely further addition to what you already know. Humility is a state of mind that never acquires, never says I know. In the very nature of teaching and learning, there is humility. You are the teacher and you are the taught. So there is no pupil, no teacher, no guru, and no sishya. There is only teaching and learning which is going on in me. I am learning and I am also teaching myself. The whole process is one. So humility is when you are teaching, you are not instructing others, you are learning also. That is the humility. You are also exposing yourself to more understanding. So there is no guru or sishya. So let us see from Seeds of Wisdom of Osho. But humility cannot be cultivated in ignorance. In fact, humility cannot be cultivated at all. Cultivated humbleness is not humbleness. It is a false covering beneath which the lack of humbleness is suppressed. Practiced humility is a deception. Darkness is not to be suppressed or concealed. It has to be eliminated. Paper flowers of humility are not to be pasted on to cover up non-humility. It has to be eradicated. When it is not there, what comes out is humility. A forced humility cultivated in ignorance is dangerous, because in it what is not appears to be, and thus what has to be brought about vanishes from sight altogether. In ignorance, there is simply no way of bringing about humbleness directly, because manifestation of ignorance is in itself the absence of humbleness. The lack of humility is nothing but ignorance. A Buddha has said, what can he who is in ignorance can do? Religion, Spirituality and Mental Health by James M. Nelson. At the highest level, where problems of rational faculty, especially irrational ideas about our accomplishments and ourselves, these are connected to the problems of vainglory or craving of praise from others and lack of humility or pride. So we have concocted views of our accomplishments, which is in vainglory. That creates the problem, lack of humility. So notes on spiritual discourses of Sri Atmananda, from that we will see. One of the tests of having annihilated ego is genuine sense of humility, expressing itself by never trying to exploit or even recognize your position of vantage and perfection. So never exploit your position. So that is the symbol of humility, which is the proof of annihilation of ego. Next we will see Legend of the Balsam by Martin Buber. He is truly humble who feels others as himself and himself in other, to feel universal generation as a sea and oneself as a wave. So if you see others, everybody, in every humanity and other living beings as an ocean, as a sea, and yourself, if you see as a wave in that ocean, that is humility. That is the mystery of humility. The humility which is meant here is no willed or practiced virtue. It is not practice, it is an understanding. You are just a wave in the ocean. It is nothing but inner being, feeling and expressing. Nowhere in it is there compulsion. Nowhere a self-humbling, self-restraining, self-resolve. It is indivisible as the glance of a child and simple as a child's speech. The humble man lives in each being and knows each being's manner and virtue. Since no one is to him the other, he knows from within that none lacks some hidden value, knows that there is no man who does not have his hour. Everybody has their own highs and lows in life. They have their own hour, means glory, hour of glory. That is what is meant. For him, the colors of the world who do not blend with one another, rather each soul stands before him in the majesty of its particular existence. In each man there is priceless treasure that is in no other. Therefore, one shall honor each man for the hidden value that only he and none of his comrade has. The psychological significance of humility. This is by Jennifer Cole Wright and others. Humility does not consist of a handsome people trying to believe that they are ugly, clever people trying to believe they are fools. True humility is more like forgetfulness. It leaves people free to esteem their special talents and with same honesty to esteem their neighbors. Both the neighbor's talents and one's own recognized one's own or against as gifts, like one's height, are not fit subjects for either inordinate pride or self-deprecation. This is by Buri 1988, which is quoted by these people. So it is important here, one point is important. It is not that if you are handsome or beautiful, you don't look upon yourself as ugly. That is not humility. If you are handsome, you are handsome. That understanding is there. But respect the gifts of others also. That is what is important. That is what is humility. It is not that you should lower yourself into what you are not. If you are intelligent, you are intelligent. You don't assume you are a fool. But respect others' wisdom also. That is what is important. That is humility. So with this we will end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.